Kanina kunu gani sawa ya kwani mashaki bijara sanambi wasulu kanina kulu hibu badu ya jama mashaki bijara sanambi wasulu salam alaikum alaikum salam salam alaikum alaikum salam Mapitako salam dema binati petia kwani na kanpelet mapitako salam dema binati petia kwani na kan shoko zato mapitako salam dema binati petia kwani salam alaikum alaikum salam salam alaikum alaikum salam. Peace is all we need in our families, in our country. Salam, salam ya Nadero. Video something. Number one. Aku geni sawa, oko geni sawa, uyu. Jeran geni sawa, sabi masabi geni sawa, uyu. Gebila, geni sawa, pele papele, geni sawa, uyu. Salam alaikum, alaikum salam, salam alaikum, alaikum salam, salam alaikum, alaikum salam, salam alaikum, alaikum salam. Please help us by sharing it. We'll start soon. Go ahead, share it. That'll be great. We will start soon. If you can share it, that'll be nice. Mamane situ galide umon ya ukara bujena de makaba Iyaltanas tanikan bidoro kinateresa. Pepura bidoro kaman bitung kurus. Tafatun bidederesa. Bibi sumotu keri fitura. Wabidua fikenisa mabifikiri. Dekulukan kiasa. Ashanije na dekere arufta deshuno. Mashanuman difeti susika kamustakbal tebarao. Lakini tena tamama mabido pepura ya pani. Lakini tena tamama mabigeni dekian degigawai. Kantena tamama amuno haja batal. Mama mabiwon so haja kulu kulu. Kenya matalo. Kena lazimi atibu. Kenya matalo. Waiting for a few more to tune in. We're going to start soon. It's incredible. Esse pura askobuhina. Mami habisun sangala. Itama bidugu jena tatolten. Okay, let's just continue that. That'll be nice. Waiting for a few more to tune in. Oh, Canada Madalo. Oh, Canada Zimi Atibu. Oh, Canada Madalo. Bitala hajatani. Bitala hajatani. Bitala hajatani. Bitala hajatani. Usara vele ite mama. Usara vele ite papa. Usara vele ite mama. Usara vele ite papa. Oh, Canada Madalo. Oh, Kena lazimi adibu. One more song, please help us by sharing it. That'll be awesome. If you don't mind, go ahead, share it. This is the last song, then we'll start. Go ahead, share it in any group that you know. That'll be the last song, then we'll start. Kaparata Yesu, Matarigara Kayama Shile Kitamu. Dunia Kaparata Yesu, Matarigara Kayama Shile Kitamu. Dunia Kaparata Yesu, Kayama Shile Kitamu. Oh, Kaparata Yesu, Kayama Shile Kitamu. Go ahead, share it with friends and loved ones. We are going to start after this song. Kaparata Yesu, Kayama Shile Kitamu. Oh, Kaparata Yesu, Kayama Shile Kitamu. Kaparata Yesu, Kayama Shile Kitamu. Oh, Kaparata Yesu, Kayama Shile Kitamu. Kaparata Yesu, Kayama Shile Kitamu. Kaparata Yesu, Kayama Shile Kitamu. All right, let's go ahead and start our show. Give me a minute. Let me do this. Uh, it's an awesome to see all of you guys today in Family Common Sense show, where you drop your sense. Another, what I want to mention that I apologize for Wednesday. I become busy at work, and I did not get a chance to come live due to work. But today, I just said, like, you know what, I gotta do it regardless of what we missed last week. We don't want to miss today's shows too. But please help us sharing it. That would be great. Good evening to you, Mama Flora. Thank God you're doing much better. It's an awesome to see you. Family Common Sense, we've been praying for you. Thank God, God has answered our prayer. We are so happy to see you, and thank God for your recovery. Thank God for everything. Lucia DR, how are you, Lucia? How are you? Good to see you. Also, we have Viviana Peter. How are you, Viviana? Good to see you as well. And there's more yet to come. Thank God that you guys are doing awesome. Please help us by sharing this topic today. And I hope to see you guys, and especially Mama Flora. And thank God for her recovery. She's doing much better, and as we all continuing praying for her, and thank God that Heavenly Father have answered our prayer. With that being said, thank you all. Help us by sharing it. And if my voice clear, please help me write down below. Yes, your voice is clear. We can hear you clearly. That will be great if you can write something down below telling us if you guys can hear me clearly. That would be awesome. And we're going to go from there. But at the same time, help us sharing it, please. Share it with friends so that we will start our show. Meanwhile, we're waiting for people to tune in. Okay, thank you, Ma'am Flora, for the confirmations that my voice is clear. I apologize for Wednesday due to work, and that's why I couldn't make it. But today, I said I'm going to do my best to come to the show regardless of what. Uh, Meanwhile, I hope you guys read the topic of today. We are teaching our children, and every day we are telling our children to be disciplined. We are working hard to discipline our children. We are working hard to make sure that our kids are respectful, especially when they go out to the community. It's all of our job to make sure that our children are well disciplined. But sometimes I don't understand. If we are going to continue with telling our children to be disciplined, and you want to discipline your children, especially in public, you know, and yet we do not respect one another. It does not make sense when you're all preaching and talking about discipline and talking about respecting one another, and yet you will be surprised or you will be disappointed to see uh, a mature parents that are talking and calling names toward one another. Now our children become confused, and they become confused now who to believe. We are confusing our children. We are also confusing ourselves because we are teaching our children on how to be disciplined, especially among themselves, in public, in everywhere they go. Your childs are representing you, especially when they are in public. So when your child is well disciplined, people can tell according to the behaviors that they're going to apply it in public. According to the behaviors that you are teaching your children, they will represent you in the public places. But if you fail to discipline your children, and at the same time, you are the one that calling names toward your fellow brothers and sisters, you're the one that are calling names and not respecting yourself in public. What do you expect your children will do? And yet, we are telling our children that they are not disciplined. We are telling our children they're not respectful children. And yet, we are the cause of all this. We are the problem of all this. How am I going to talk about disciplinary? How am I going to talk about My kids, you guys need to behave this way. And yet, the same children that you are telling them to act respectful toward one another, toward an older person, and yet you are the same mom that will go to social media and calling names to one another. You know, this is a concern that we all have to wake up and open our eyes. This is a concern indicating or showing that we are lying to ourselves. This is a concern that all of us supposed to open our eyes and rethink about our behaviors on social media. This is the concern that will impact us and will destroy our names. One day, your child will come and ask you, Mom, Dad, you are teaching me on how to be disciplined. You taught me on how to respect people, to obey people, and to give respect to the older people. And yet, you are the person that are doing these things on social media. What are you going to answer? How are you going to answer these questions? How are you going to answer the questions if you are the one that are using those names? How are you going to answer if you are the one that practicing those names on social media? It is a shame. It is something that we are lying to ourselves. But the good news is we can overcome this. The good news is we can change our attitude toward one another. We are the CEO of our attitude. We are in charge of our attitude, especially in public. If you see one of my daughters acting weird, disrespecting people in the community, what they will say, Guy, you have not taught your children how to behave. Guy, you have not taught your children how to respect one another. Now the blames goes to who? Goes to me, goes to their mom. Because we fail to teach our children how to discipline or how to be disciplined in a public. And if your child have a good attitude, respecting toward one another, your child is behaving well in the public, guess what? People will rejoice you and people will give you thanks that you have done well. You have done well, my son, my daughter, you have done well in the community. And guess what? Your father will be proud of you. Your mom will be proud of you. The entire community will be proud of you. Why? Because you have done the right thing. And this is what I'm talking about here. 2, 3 years ago, those kind of attitude they were not there. What happened? All the settings, things has shifted. Things has shifted in a different ways. Things become, we cannot even control it. And yet, I'm talking about mature fathers and I'm talking about mature mothers. We have work to do. Other people from Africa, our other brothers and sisters from other nationality in Africa, they are laughing at us now. You know, the way we took social media, we take it seriously. And I wish if we are taking it in good things, then I will say, wow, thank God. Our people are doing good things on social media, encouraging one another, teaching one another, talking peacefully with one another. And now we are talking that we want peace. How do we expect peace to come to our nations, and yet we are continue accusing one another? How do we expect peace to come to our great country, and yet we don't even have peace among one another. So there's an issue that we need to fix first. Then we can take everything to our country. Now we're blaming that our leaders, they failed us, and yet we have not looked up in ourselves. What are we doing? We have not even looked ourselves. What's wrong with us? And yet we are blaming people in the government that they have failed to bring peace to ourselves, to our country. And at the same time, we have war that's going on among ourselves. We are lying to what? We are lying to one another, Jamal. Exactly. Jibril, you're right. I agree with my brother here. You know, Jibril said it right. You know, other people are also having their own problems in South Sudan. Are talking social media in two different approaches. And yet we are talking that in Jama, we don't have peace, we don't have this, we don't have this, our country is going in different directions, and yet we have not even looked ourselves. Are we really in the good directions? I'm talking about people that are in social media. I'm talking about the activists. I'm talking about the people that are in diaspora. Have they done their job in terms of living in peace, living in harmony among themselves? Have we done that? So if we fail to do so, then we have a work to do. Before we focus in national level, let's focus among ourselves. Let's have peace toward one another. Let our children witness that our parents, they live in peace. Let them witness the things that we do. Then tomorrow, they will be proud of us. Maybe. Tomorrow, the children will be proud of us because we have done the right thing. يا جماعة احنا لازم نصحى ونعمل الصح. يعني كل ما بنعمل خطأ لخطأ وبنحاول نعمل حاجات اللي ما بودينا قدام عمرنا ما حنتقدم. عمرنا ما حنقدر نعيش في سلام. عمرنا ما حنقدر نعيش في محبة وسعادة. I drop the link. Whoever want to come and say something about this topic, you are more than welcome. Good evening to you, my brother Morris. Good to see you. Good to see you, Gabriel. Brother Gabriel, Loshia, and the rest. So this is an indication that we need help. We really need help. Until we recognize the things that we do on social media, we will never live in peace among ourselves. Until we humble ourselves and try to talk about these negative things that is happening in our social media, then we will never live in peace. Until we reject those acts on social media, we will never live in peace. And yet we are preaching peace. Yes, yet we are talking about that we want peace. The peace will not come. Peace is you and I. Peace is us. We are the one that are in charge of peace. If you want to live in peace, then let's work hard toward building the peace. What is peace? Peace is when we all live together. Peace is when we understand one another. Peace is when we accept one another, not accusing one another, not calling name toward one another, not attacking one another. So when we continue attacking one another, it means we are not in peace. It means that we are lying to ourselves. There's nothing called peace that we are talking about, right? So if you're talking about peace and you want peace to happen in our life, in our society, then we need to practice. practice it. Well, let's practice it. Hatred will not take us anywhere. The names that we call in ourselves will not take us anywhere. You know, let's try to define and look for things that will unite us. Let's try to look for positive things that can bring us tonight, to unite us together. As our leader said before, religion will not unite us. The only thing will unite us is the country, the land. We have different culture, we have different beliefs, we have different tradition, etc. We have a lot of things, you know. But the only thing that will unite us is إحنا كلنا جنوبيين, which means the land is belong to all of us, not to certain people. The land belongs to you and I. The land is belong to our children and our children's children. But we have to make sure that we are building a safe environment for them, a peaceful place for them, a place that they will be proud tomorrow and say, you know what, I am South Sudanese, even though they are born in diaspora. Proudly, they will say, you know what, I'm son of so and so, and I'm proud to call myself that I am from South Sudan. Until we work hard to bear that names, it's not going to be easy. Calling names toward one another does not reflect who we are, because that's not our attitude. Accusing ourselves on social media and talking negatively toward one another on social media, that does not represent us. So why are we messing up our image, destroying our country? You know, people will disrespect us. People will think or will thought that this is what they do. جنوبين معروفين بمشاكل وكراهية وقبلية وكله. طيب ليه احنا بنكون مشهورين في حاجات ما له معنى؟ ليه احنا بنكون مشهورين في حاجات اللي ما بشبهنا؟ ليه احنا بنكون مشهورين في حاجات اللي ما بيقدروا يدينا اي مكان؟
Man.
I salute you, General.
How's it going, sir?
How you doing, brother?
Alhamdulillah. كيف انت؟
ما بطل نايما يا
اخبارك شنو؟ كيف الاولاد؟
You look like now 18 years old ولا كم؟
هذا حقيقي يا عمي انت يا How's the family؟
خلاص بقى ايه واحد بقى ايه 18 سنة وحاجات كده.
يا سر يس. كيف الصحة؟ كيف الشغل؟
والله شغل ما بطال، شغل تمام نشكر ربنا. كيف انت؟
انا كويس الحمد لله نشكر ربنا يا بس المشاكل كتير يا عمي يا اخي البلد ده نحن يوم راح كده ما في خالص يا so you know we have two people been killed back home. Chief Majana Pitao has been killed, and then you see that command Dr. Edward also has been killed. Then
last week,
yeah. Yeah. And then also my condolences to another sister, another Christian Tombe, lost his brother. Doctor, he was with us here in Egypt.
Wow.
Yeah, Edward was with us there in Egypt. Yeah, so he also lost his brother in Khartoum. Yeah. So we have so many tragedy, my brother. We have every day is a tears or emotion. There's nothing is you know. Then also we have one of our friend here, another doctor also died in Dr. Pesto died in Iowa. Yeah, he was doctor there. So also my condolences to his family too. Yeah, kulu fi tragedy. You see, life just been taken just easily, and we don't know tomorrow we wake up we are good or not. So we don't know. Because we live into the evil spirit right now. You see? whatever it coming to us is a life, you know. It's a life. It has been taken. We don't have this before. We don't have this before. Maybe this is the end of the world, or I don't know. Yeah. So things happen. Yeah. Yeah. So which one you cry, or which one you leave it? Because you know, when you have three bodies is there, and another one is not buried, and then tomorrow another one is happening. So which one you cry, or which one you have to, you know, put yourself in?
Exactly.
So it is hard, my brother. Yeah. بلدنا ده ما في فوقه سلام. السلام ده عشان بيجي كأنت قاعد كل يوم أهلك بكاتلو ودقي كاتلو هنا ما في سلام بيجي في البلد. Yeah. So my condolences to those lost their loved one. Condolences to all of them. Yeah. So you know, we have another brother also have a stroke last month. Now he's suffering so much. So also we put him in our prayer. Yeah. So you know, life is just challenging, my friend. When you have little kids and a stroke come around you, it is very nada مشاكل في راس. مضاكت وال اسم شنو كله إنت كان ما go إنت كان ما handle go بكلمة ربنا. It is hard for you to live life good. It is hard, especially here in America too. Yeah, it's hard for you to live the life. Yeah. So that's good. So what is the topic today we are discussing here, boss?
This week we are supposed to talk about there's a comment here say that why the peace we are thinking about Guy Lam. This is the comment from where is it from Anna Moody. She said, why the peace we are thinking about Guy Lam killing every way. I understand what you're trying to say. The peace that I'm talking about, Anna Modi, it's a peace among ourselves as Junubin and Barra. The topic today is, Brother Morris, how are we going to talk about discipline our children? And yet we on social media attacking one another. You know? كيف احنا بنتكلم منه يا جماعه عيالنا لازم يكونوا كويسين نحترم عيالنا عيالنا بنقول لهم لازم نحترم اخواننا من الكبار لكن احنا كابهات وامهات we are attacking one another on social media my brother. We're calling names toward one another on social media and yet we try to discipline our children not to do that. Now the children become confused.
Yes. You know,
one day Baba Morris, you mentioned that I have to be disciplined. I have to respect Zul Kabir Minni. And now this is what we're talking about, my brother. It means that we are lying to ourselves, brother. Go ahead.
You know, my brother, it is painful and it's so heartbroken when you see the adults. They are the one is call them a role model for their own children, for their others, for their own auntie, nephew, whatever it is, and they go to the social media, express themselves with the negative things.
See?
It is hurt. It is hurt us, and it's a shame for us. You know, I think they don't understand what the social media means. Because we've been talking about this for a long time. We say, please, it can end a personal issue. Call Morris, call Lam, talk to my ear. I will listen to you as a sister, as a brother. But when you come to the media, Finas begulenda na Finas fibeletina gal Jabani. Izola al-Puaf, ma bechakal, ma bejifichakal. O bepsi kore bei, o bera kore bei da san basmaso to pitao. So that is what we come to that point. Yeah, because I know it's a weakness of our people. What is causing problems that we are all together in diaspora? We are encouraging the people back what is they are going through, what is painful is, what everybody cry every day, and why here this network ya bigata sitima ta junubi. I want these people to ask themselves. I want their family members or any community members to stood up and get punishment for these people. I know everybody pay his own phone, but it's embarrassing all the tribe that they have.
The problem here, Brother Morris, the good of freedom of speech. Huh? Freedom of speech. It does not mean that freedom militantism. That's not what it means. Go ahead.
Yes. Sitima huo sitima menda na nihna junubi. Del nasal asasan guna shunu al-insan kan ma mitrabi fi betu wala kan inta zadu mara ba kwes or personal attack zadu kan ma kwes. You never come to the media and say these things. Look, all the African nation. There's nobody. Wale Mara, wale Rajel.
That's up to them.
Because they have their communities very strong. If you say something out there, Bukra community will attack you. And that is will warning you for what are you doing as a wrong. Okay. But these individuals that are causing the problems in the media, if they don't leave these things, they are embarrassing themselves and embarrassing the tribe where they come from. Do you understand? And that is going to be because we said, please, mother or brothers, we go to the media, let us talk about the issue that is tackling our life. Thing that is affecting us, our people back home. How are we going to bring them together to stop this kind of violence? But you're in the media here, you create the violence.
See?
So what is this? Where is your child, Bukra child, nephew, Pitak Bay, no inagal de yaki de oktumi? How de begul de aku abui? How de begul de kaltai? How tomorrow is gonna call you as a call when you cuss it out there?
Exactly.
Ita kan mendak shokol. Wala ita kan mage respect iyala endak. Wala mara lendak jambak. Wala kan ita mara kan ita mage respect. Iyal Pitak, uyal ta oktak. Nada, matam shifi media, don't match at him so. Stop cussing somebody. What is telephone to zolder dugulo telephone one sumao? Because you don't know how huge embarrassment you give it to yourself and you give it to your nation.
Exactly.
It's too much. So I don't care who it is that. But I mention a lot of people's names, but I don't mention the names because I say this every time. Yahuana, let us respect ourselves. Bukura besa na limu fi mal picnic, o kanana limu fi mahalta conferences, o kalemena fi share. How we gonna look to each other?
Exactly.
Akotake, you need to turn off down, and akotake, you need to turn it down, Malo. They Iblis fi gelbak because you can mafi Iblis al begiba shunu itarfo alam de kulge watch what you're saying. Then listen to what you're saying. Iyal basma, everybody is listen to. Yala bigger. What kind of position you're gonna put yourself in the media there, Bukra, or in the public? Where do you go? Exactly. Where are you gonna put yourself? Yeah, embarrassment is a very, very worse one. You all don't say you talking to the media, you embarrass your own, you embarrass all entire your country and your own families.
Yes.
That is happening. Mother Gulta Geshitim there? Chitima Debesita Wogif Kasma Genang no. There's people is angry.
الناس شايفين الناس برضه بيشوفوا الاسلوب ده. yes.
Yes. People they stand it alakadi young and money go bizarre back to look. Because I know it somebody that is and you don't know what is that person is. Identify a kelima cook, octag would you telephone gulo asma malis haja alta gamul de makwis. Is a can mother asma kalam kalas inte al muhim inta kelemtu or inta betu nefsa minno. Asan bukra kan ligita belgoita be salim inta beteriga kwis. Dunia de jebel yama ge move, but the human being we are going everywhere we can meet.
لكن the question يا brother Morris إنه ده الناس كبار داموا الحاجة ده يعني ده الناس اللي المفروض يدوا advice to young people to عندهم family عندهم عيال and how do you feel يعني لما يكون it is all mature and you are the one doing this like you mentioned الشتيمة ما مش ليك براك لكن مش for entire people of South Sudan, you know. So now you're destroying the whole country, not just you and Zolta مختلف معه. You mentioned very good point. لو عندك مشكلة, call this person, call Morris. Asma, let's talk about this. نشوف المشكلة جاية من وين. You know, let's fix it between us. You don't have to take it to social media.
That's right.
When you take it to social media, you're making the problems, you know, worse. And a few people will agree with you, few people will disagree with you. So guess what now? You're making the problem to be bigger and bigger and bigger. You know?
You're creating the virus among the families of people. Your family and the other family side. You're creating the virus. Zolta kun lama lela sitim ahal tae bukura de lam de wala kan liga na be mina daba bara au na ligo more sitim ahal bitae bukura more ze bukura na be daba. That is what the virus is.
Right.
Because that is what is that intal kebir da zado jana bitaka alga jambak da na manta ga wonus kalam de fadia ma fi firasta ke anno jana dega dasma kalam
gadesma
o jana take sakar de bukur kan mashi sitim zoltan zede what can you blame him or can you blame her?
Exactly.
You can blame her because intal abu endak lisan intal endak lisan. So sakar de u victim jana jambak de manatu were a victim.
So tomorrow يعني انه انت زر ما مربي زول زر ما متربي
ده ما تربيه معناته ده كان بكره جانا جاي ستي انت بقول انت ربيته جانا بكره انت بقول جانا ده انا تيجي كلام كويس ده حاجه اسمه failure of the responsibility of parents. ده حاجه اللي حصل مع ناس اساسا. انت كان فعلا عندك عيال ولا كان ما عندك عيال انت عندك اخت امك نيفي بتاعك سيستر بتاعك عنده عيال جه فرجوا فيديو اللي انت بتكلم. Do you think that واحد كازول انت جيت بكره عيال ده بيصالوا ماما جيت منو؟ What do you answer? What are your answers to them?
Exactly.
So nihna kelli na stop this kind of behavior online. We need to stop that, and right away we need to stop. Ita kan wala ita kan abu, wala ita kan aku, kan ta chumuno, you need to stop this kind of behavior. Kan ita menda mushkila fi junub data darta hello, asko ta kerto got fi beta ke anar fu de telefon pitak. O god bo be extra o dersu yal fi haja al kwis. Because kula nenda na yal. Enda na yal kulu ge farajo hajade o bitasar maum ketir.
Exactly.
How are we going to solve the problem of mental issues of the yalal waledu fi beled dehina? Can it create lomonzado mental problems? So you need to ask yourself, what I'm doing this online is wrong.
That's true.
Whatever gelba kan waja sunu goroba na gal kan gelba tak waja selile hajal ge waja ta desi jara Sitima ma bamul jera. Uka namul jera kan nas kulu kala skulu iyazolendu jera fa alama fuusha fi dahar kulu ay haja.
Exactly.
Asan tafadi insan zadu fi media zadu ma bidifada ita ke fadi nefsa.
Exactly.
You fadi nefsa because yeah. So this is a problem. It's taking place, and we find that this social media as a place of fun or place maybe anakan moksudo lana sakrana bejame hina namul haja lana there. No, we have a huge problem, and get tackled for Junub Sudan, and our people die every day. Sitima de later ma wojale nasal gekatulu family bitak barra inagda. My stand up and speak about your nation. But suyeta get killing about nation, but suyeta glibze samak. Uta tam kas batkum. Bukra ita bishakulu. Ita bukra bekas bad fathers, you know. Madeza nasal gekara belet. Inta zadu zol karab. Zol alba kelim kala hajaz. Because inta ege karab. Ita lela pitamul nefsak ze debi. O bukra ita begumze. Debi darga abu darga dera adinas de manati tage fadi nefsa take tage fadi bele tanna kullun yal tanna.
Yes,
but if you have the child in this time in next you, ask yourself what this child tomorrow if it's shatem zoltan bara, what is the falta zoltan bara.
Exactly.
What kalam kilma fi nas begul magmara bak wala bok mara bak beterbiya sax de bla arab. Again, we have to respect the media. When we come there, let us talk about the peace things. When we talk about the fight, we fight for our people back home. Because they are suffering everything. Ita inna naem kaharaba fi ubita san kideta geshitim. Lakin kan ma fi da ga fi tashjara na ma fi akal fi kasmak wallahi kasmak da gar kana galastu maftastu.
True.
You're not gonna cast nobody. Because inter Shaban fi beledena san kideta, you don't care al mutu hinak al basma sitima de al you don't care about it. But one day, remember one day you're gonna be going back home. And people let the shit in that halto bikun fi mogut hinak. Bukura mon be face it ente begul shunu. America ina gul Malaysia san hakuma fi, lakini enda na hinak ma fa hakuma. Kana rafara saki gatauza ma fa hakuma bishila no way. So let us be wise here. Let us be open. So let us give chance to our brother there.
Yes, brother Gigi Lam, welcome. Good to see you.
Welcome, brother.
Yeah. Salute you.
Yeah. Thank you. I'm delighted to be a part of Family Common Sense. And all the viewers, the society has to be built by 8 people. The people exist in those society that the one built. As the Sun guys voluntarily sacrifice his time through the experience, and is the one who plant the seed. And even and trying to attend to all the viewers and even my brother, you actually outline a lot of things that are really striking, and could also outline a lot of things that are really a feelings to those who have a ears open. But we borrow the language, and that's what sometimes we struggle. And we have to be learned to forgive one another, because our language has been converted. We've been moved from our comfort zone. Everyone have to acknowledge it, but I don't want you to agree with me. Just opposite the way your free will is okay. but I don't feel comfortable with the language that I'm communicating to you. But I got no choice. That's what it has been imposed on me for so many reasons, economics, control over, and all these things. And I'm saying I'm so delighted to be in your show, Velam. And also I need you to forgive me. I crumble to tell you all these things. But there is a time I said, oh yes, my father language has been stolen. Because whenever I came to your, when I just entered your show, I have to speak foreign language. If I speak my mother tongue, I would be free and I would be moved freely. Like you. But what can we do? That's the situation we are being get into.
Exactly.
What I just said, I'm delighted the audience and the hosts are giving me this platform. And the topic, I heard some of it, but could you just tell me one clue of the topic, and then I can just catch up with it. Sure. Then from there, yeah, thank you.
We are talking about, we are teaching our children to be disciplined and to be respectful, especially among themselves, in the community. And yet, we are not respecting ourselves on social media, calling ourselves with names, accuse one another. How are our children going to look at us when they see us fighting and calling names toward one another?
You know why I'm shaking my head is there's something difficult when you have been trained. It's not the way somebody will direct you. But there is what they normally say. If you go to your brother and you take your goat and your cow always wrongdoing, and your goat always wrongdoing, it's the same thing. But I don't have to label with the question you asked. Okay? Because if you go to somebody's house, they have to make sure that you follow their principle. And that's what some of us find ourselves in, while we are not aware of what we are in. But sometimes somebody else will say, oh, this guy hasn't said the way it shouldn't be said. But actually, your mama look opposite. Your dad look opposite. When you go to, as I give you for example, if you go to your neighbor, you look seeking shelter, therefore your child is the one who wrong you all the time. Because when you are in somebody's backyard, that's the situation we find ourselves. Human rights contribute to these elements. Yes, our children, we shouldn't be telling them because the rule is come from the blood bounty. But unfortunately, it happened to us. We have to look at a mechanism that we have to train our children. But the child has to know through the blood connection, for example, the child breastfeeding from mom, know that this is a this is a cemetery. Cemetery is a ground that the dead body have to be buried. Like in the connection, the solid body that shall come out and breastfeed. And then it happened, that child do not respect that cemetery. What I'm just trying to say, if the child that come from that mom breastfeeding her, and then that child do not recognize and believe somebody else there, what went wrong in the first place? Therefore, it's a question that we cannot resolve ourselves, because you know what? When somebody disvalue yourself, when somebody disgrading you, they have to go to the secret point. If the question, if I could just trying to come back and then I try to make a point that the audience would love to listen. You trying to say what went wrong to our children? That's what you trying to say? Why they don't listen to us? That's what you're trying to say?
No.
He was.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm just trying to.
Yeah, he was saying the children, we are the fathers, mothers, we discipline our kids from the troubles. But we as adults are the one causing problems now in the media, cussing each other. Why?
Okay. Because what you're trying to, what we're trying to object, because we're trying to show habit, that habit is that one is firing our children. Is it? The habit that we're trying to, because we are on the media, we're trying to discuss all these things. The attitude that we got to put forward, that's what we are cursing our children, because the habit that we do not show our children the good habit. That's what you're trying to say?
We're not cursing our children.
No. I'm just trying to get. Because sometimes it's good. Because we're trying to, from the media, that's what I call. Are we trying to say that our habit is what encourage our children? That's what you're trying to say? That's the question.
Oh.
Yeah, because the explanation, because sometimes is good. We get it. Because sometimes our attitude, is it the one encourage our children?
You know, brother, this topic, that is because we are today, we are in the media. Now the audience is hear us.
Yes, they are listening to us.
Yes, but we have the adults in this diaspora are tearing each other apart. So nihna kana nas kubar de huwa al-best bigger fi media. What our children do?
Oh, I get your point.
Okay.
I get your point. It's like, for example, you and your wife, you don't show your respect to one another, and the children are down there. What the action the children will take next? Is it?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, in a way it is, but another way, let me put it this way. You are teaching your children to respect adults or other people outside there, right?
Yeah.
And yet you will come to social media calling names when you have problem with your friends, for instance, for example. Now you guys gonna start accusing one another, calling names to one another, toward one another,
Yeah.
And being aggressive to one another. When your children are watching this, how are they going to explain this?
To fit in the environment. How do the environment going to suit them, or how do they going to fit in?
Yes.
Thank you, Gailam and brother, and forgive me as well, because I trying to get. The situation is this: back home a long time ago. Sometime when you need to have a discussion, you don't have to be a president of the children. But in the presence of the humanity, and all these human rights are also contributed to all what the reflection, to all what the consequences we're facing. There is what we call boundaries. boundaries as God created. There are women and men. That the boundaries itself. But those boundaries, because there are a lot of terminology that occur, that going on, plus economic leverage, whether in a family side, that affects our way of life. They say now everyone is the same, father and mother, but sometimes as a parent, we have been targeted because we are the backbone of the nation. We are the nation, but we are by the systematic we have been targeted. When we're trying to give discipline to the children, they have to come down. They say, no, this discipline you are giving to your children is not the way. They're interfering how we can raise the children. It becomes us, we do not have a responsibility on the children. This is how this sort of confusion come from. Because two people, when you talk with respect, all the followers will take an example from you guys. But when you talk in a way that is irresponsible, all the audience that are watching you, like now, there is people who are listening to us. They're analyzing, they listen to us, who make the comment that is makes sense to them. The same thing is like our children. If the two parents, they do not show dignity, but those children will not learn dignity. They will learn hostility. Therefore, the role to us, because we've been putting fear by the systematic, we think we're pleasing the children rather than we're taking responsibility as a role model, as a guidance and direct. Because we've been putting in fear, we need to please our children. This is where things went wrong.
Right.
Therefore, we should be stick to our role as a guardian and direct. But because we are in fear, when the child saying we, and then you back down. Because sometimes it has to do something that when you don't know you're right. Within the systematic, and then you back down to the child. When you confront the child with the principle that frame the right that has been located to the parent within the systematic framework as we are in, and then our children will not. But we're trying to please our children the other way. And then the parent also has been influenced.
The question is not about the children, but the question is about our behaviors in social media as an adult.
Yes, as the same things, because what I'm trying to say, as adult, we got children behind us.
Yes.
And for example, the video that now we are together, they will also get it. And therefore our behavior, it has got also a lot of consequences that come back to us. Because our children, they have the access to the technology, which we may not aware about. But I'm not sure the correlation. But what I know, the way we carry ourselves like that, now we're communicating. Our children will come in the other way. We may not be aware. They will come and watch us.
Exactly.
The way I carry.
That's what we were talking about. Yes.
The way we communicate now, They will come and view how we conversing with young brother guy and young brother. They will take their view.
Exactly.
And then from there, they will have a conclusion, reflect, then they compare to what they've been trained for. If what they've been trained for is opposite, and they find our way of our attitude reflect the way that has not been conveyed to them, and then from there we have to have a way to convince them. But if our way we present ourselves on the social media, and then when they evaluated themselves and does not convince them, and then we are in a problem, and then we end up the way the system has described us, because we are targeted, especially those who come from certain background. Yes, how do we show our self-image to them? Those society that we brought up is another situation, because they have been made homeless and hopeless for those systematic world who targeted certain society. But I don't know those society are. And therefore we've got a lot of work to do, which means that your topic is very crucial. Even I myself, the way it caused suffering, even now we are in this platform. Our children don't find the answer. Even we adults, we don't find answer, because we are in between the culture. We are in a cross culture. But what I just trying to say, the way we represent ourselves on the social media, our children view on us, but has to reflect back how you underline the boundaries at home. Even though you present yourself in social media, if you got a boundaries at home, but there's something that would be a red line within the boundaries. But anyway, we got no boundaries, because our boundaries are broke in some way. Therefore, the question is,
maybe okay. Let me Uncle Gigi, let me give a chance to Morris. Maybe he will explain it when he talk a little bit more.
Yes.
Then maybe you will catch it up from there. Brother Morris.
Yes.
Make it explain the different ways. Yeah, go ahead.
All right, thank you, brother. Thank you so much. Your input is good, brother. You know, all of us we learn for something. The big problems now we are talking about is in the media. As adults, us as adults right now, we try so hard to encourage our children with the true things and the good things, not to respect themselves out there when they grow up. And now, us as adults are the one coming out because of individual issues, coming to fight, cussing each other in the public.
On social media.
And our children are watching. If you have problem with somebody, your brother or your sister, or somebody is not from your tribe, call telephone, find his phone, call and talk to him personally. Don't come to the media and start cussing, and you have children in the house, you have a wife in the house, you have a cousin is watching, you have a nephew is watching you, and you come out and you start cussing. It's a very deep, huge problem. As a role model, as a parent, when we have problem with your wife, you take your wife inside room and avoid the children to not listen what you're talking to your wife to. The same things we are in the media, we should have this in our mind. Because when you have some problems, issue at home, you don't want kids to be involved, because those are the angels, they're innocent children. They want to grow up with a peaceful love in their hearts. They are not ready for the drama. They're not ready to hear the problems. They're not ready to hear the cussing. They're not ready for disrespecting your woman in the house. Whatever the situation you guys have with your family, with your husband, you can discuss after the kids sleep. You can go to your bed and discuss. But what we hear in the media right now is the one is holding us and holding our kids. Because how come we're going to be talking to our kids and we are cussing ourselves out to the media as adults? That is what we need to understand. Because if you have little children today is watching this forum, and we are talking about the things that negative that is affecting them, can you stop them, Bukra, fi mushkila when they're involved in any problem? You can stop them. Because we are the ones.
Can I just, before you go, brother, there is something here. It's not us who do, because, for example, if you come in Jinub, there is a boundaries between madam and you. There is a boundaries before the kid, as God already created. But the systematic world say the men are the same as men, and no one denied, and that is the picture, which sometimes we don't put attention to it. Now we are talking about the boundaries. When I say, let me cut that short. If we live back in the land that the animal live, which is our precious land, we got a boundaries. Madam, they know we do that. And that, no, we do that. But because our kids are...
Uncle Gigi, we are not talking about the boundary. We are talking about, we're not talking about the culture. We're talking about why we disrespect one another on social media. Because nowadays, you will see somebody into Mushkila Mazula Tani, instead of talking about it privately, they will come to social media and start calling names, you know. For example, if I have a problem with Morris, I will not discuss with him privately, but I will go to social media
I think
talk bad about Morris. This is not, that will not represent us.
Sorry guys, you know what is very complicated in this world, and all these things, they have a connection in one each another. Because you know, when the society been encouraged to be the same, this thing, if you look into it, when you see later on, you say, Uncle Gigi, there is a point. But at the moment, because you are the host, you may not understand. Here they encourage equality. The man can be the same as women. But actually God created us different to produce. They say that to keep the God's land to be green. This thing is an element that confuses. It doesn't mean I don't understand the topic. That's where we went and clashed. Even when we come here, we have a different opinion. That's what I'm just trying to bring it to life.
That is true, because we are talking about, because we see people clashing in the media, and they're adults, they have kids, and they are grown people. So it is our people.
Look the boundaries.
Adna begul Gabail, Adna begul fi Gabail, the tribal, and that is it. But in diaspora, you are the Southern Sudanese. Okay? So now, when you come to the media as an team for some personal issues, it doesn't make sense. That is what we are talking about.
Yes.
Because how come we encourage our kids to not cussing or causing problem with one another or with somebody? And now we as adults are the one coming there and say negative things among our kids. So that is what we are.
Yeah, you are talking about the community that has good hope. The community that has hope always stand for that purpose.
Okay. Okay.
But when you know we are talking,
but how can we fix it? That's the question here. How can we fix this issue? Because this issue becoming even getting worse and worse, and our children are watching. This is the topic here.
Yeah, I think the child, our children, they are part of us. Within the family, there is a boundaries. If there is a hope.
But the thing, Uncle Gigi, the thing, our children has nothing to do with this. It is us. The issue is us. We as parents, we have a problem on social media. Our children are victims there. They are not.
Yeah, I think you repeat. Let me just not be. How we have been influenced is not the way we should handle our thing. Because we are not carrying our own way of ethical. We're trying to move into the society that we already found and trying to convert our way of thinking to that what contribute. But remember the children, they're watching us, and the child built by the adult. And sometimes when you listen, even this Western language, they call parent, they call guardian. Guardian is mean you're directing the child. You show them and you correct them, right? If now we are out of the order, now what the children will do, that is part of the question you're asking.
Yeah.
If our attitude are beyond and the children are behind us, this is a part of the question you're asking. It's not because I don't understand. But with the parent, we are already been brainwashed. This is the problem. How do we install the values within our children, and how we got enmity ethical in us? Our belong ethical is not longer existing in us. What do we are expecting? This is the very contradictory. That's why I just find it difficult, brother guy. I trying to.
I think it's clear, but I don't know how to put it. Maurice.
Listen, my brother. Listen. When I say, you see, as a guidance, I have children. Ana abum de kan ana beji barra, Morris, beji bestum barra.
Yes.
Ana mus bestum asan because ana gastum lam. Ana gastum ma yal tai kullu, ma bele tai kullu. Kullu mushak. Okay. Ana kan bestum. Al shitima da hajal begullo تربية بتعليم بتاعنا في جنوب السودان بعلم ان احنا انه اساسا انت ما بتقدر تشتم زول جيران بتاعك ما اي زول في مدرستك ان مشيت لكن انت زول اللي طالع ما متربي في البيت تاعك او انت ما قاسم كلام تاع اسرتك ده الناس اللي بيهيف او الناس اللي بيسكروا بيجي يعمل فوضى في المناسبه ولا في حاجات زي ده نحن بنقول للناس ده شنو من stop من violence alumon قاعدين نعمل ده stay away from the people. If there's events again, don't come. So now we have this kind of people in the middle of the public in media, in this Facebook. they have personal issue or something is maybe it's little, they should solving between the among them. If they can solve the among them, they could go to the community leader, say, hey, this person I have disagreed with him. Go please discuss with him.
Can I just grab you?
Yes, with a peaceful way. So
can I just grab you? You'll just go on, brother.
Yes.
The word boundaries is disciplinary within a person or extending to the third person. Whether you extend it to your children, this is how you see your self-image in others' eyes. As we are now communicating, we're trying to debate how we can fix those kind of behaviors within our self-order, right? The boundary is not about giving the boundaries, it's not giving the rule to the children. Even yourself, we adults. Like now, there's so many things, there's so many people are viewing us, how we represent ourselves, how our image describe us as we are in this platform. These are things that we need to recognize before we asking third party. But remember, when we lose control, because there are a lot of traumas, the land that we are connected to. What I'm just trying to say, I go to work, I tell my children I will give them some boundaries. I will give them, okay, I will come with certain time, right? Now, from there, I'm in this platform. My attitude will describe me to my family and include the children, right? That's a part of what the topic about.
Still.
Yeah?
That's not the topic of
No. What I'm just saying,
that's why we're going back and forth.
Yeah, it said how we. I thought what brother, it's like the way our attitude present us on the social media or in the public, is it? And then how our children.
We are not all of us. We are saying there's some individuals, some people. Oh, let me put this. Let me give Sabata a chance. Then we'll go back to you.
Just give. Yeah.
Yeah, Sabata.
Hi.
Are you there?
Hi. Thank you, brother Gailam.
Yes.
I want to also thank brother Longok and also the brother who has just spoken.
Morris.
I also want to. What is his name?
Gigi Lam.
Gigi Lam. Okay. And I also want to thank the audience for tonight. If I'm not mistaken, Aywa, kila kif. Okay, let me take the volume high. Kida ke?
Aywa.
Tamam.
Are you listening to me?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. If I'm not mistaken, the topic is how to correct some few characters for social media here on how to conduct themselves well. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay. Itaraf, Brother Gailam, we are dwelling in what's called behavioral characters that individuals has. And what I would say is that it is very hard to correct somebody who has already embraced a particular type of personality. It is very hard. usually people hold on to their personalities lahadi maut bitam ubidofunuman ubiarbu kali yaki filan tanzere.
Yeah.
There are certain things you cannot just correct.
That's true.
However,
That's true.
one thing I know is that Fiferik being anehna generation bitana de with respect to characters وإيال bitana. Ana akid zaman bija al generation bitana de بيتعجز وما بخشوا في فيسبوك الدر خش في فيسبوك كمان المهم لحد كان عندنا كل متو انا كمان بكون في فيسبوك يلا عيال بتاعنا from there will take over and عيال بتاعنا كان يجي في فيسبوك بكون من بيتأدبوا بطريقة براو كانوا من كمان تسمعوا جا في فيسبوك ده بكون زمن بتاعهم يعني من they will direct نظام علوم ناس غير more but with respect to how to improve or how to correct some individuals حاليا أنا can give a cure. It is impossible. We will just have to endure with the situation لحد لو اتعجزنا ولحد the end of our time. لكن أنا يأكله. You see, we just have to deal with ourselves this way. This cannot be corrected. شفت كيف? It will continue like this. This is how I see.
But Brother Sabata, let me cut you. That's why we have community leaders. That's why we have family elders and Hayadzir. You know, when they see stuff are not, you can't control it. Then it's supposed to be the second stage is the family member who الكبار منك, they're supposed to intervene and do something about it, right?
Yeah, that is absolutely true.
Or even the community leader.
Yes, I agree with you, and not necessarily even those leaders. And Anna, for example, Anna, I feel like I am too close, Mark, yeah, Gailam. But if you had Alana, I feel like maybe it I present. Alana, I feel like you shouldn't be doing it. Anna, be doing telephone, yeah, Gailam. I don't have to be a community leader to do that. Anna, back there, do telephone. Anna, became hey, Kef, yeah, Gailam. I should know. Anna, became Galtar, yeah, Gailam. Lanu, your real brother, will try to advise you. We'll try to give you Sura alo guy no matter mom. Yella, it's going to be up to you to whether you will take his advice or it proceed. Ana akid anna kulluna algitala tala fi shows one way or another wanusuma manas. But the question is hal nas gigeru ala nas ma gigeru. Itano insan indu zaman muayyan ita bagder reoriento. Lakin fi umur muayyan kaman insan can hit. You will not reorient that insan. Hatta ita can advise you ko do amulu shunu. Sala kanu kenga la khalas itar shunu. I will change. It will be temporary. Lakin eventually lo birija fil usul bita.
Exactly.
Shufta kef? So this kind of individuals, all we have to do is we just put up with them, you know. لأن إنت ذات يا جاي لم أنا متأكد كان إنت ولا لونغ ولا أخونا تاني الجاي التاني ده أنا متأكد we all have individuals and we are just putting up with في حياة بتاعنا يعني حتى كانوا من جيجا في فيسبوك ولا من ما جيجا في فيسبوك we have them in life. شفت كيف؟ And we are just putting up with them, you know. And when bigger adults, there is nothing much you can do. يعني إنت بس can interact more. إنت interact more على المفهوم بتاعه. شفت كيف؟ You interact with him على المفهوم بتاعه. And كنت خلاص يلا بكرة بعد بكرة كمان كنت جيجي لي مازول تاني. إنت كمان interact مازول داك على المفهوم بتاعه. طبعا this is just يعني نتا بتاعنا human beings. This is how we interact. ولا كيف؟
Yes.
Yes.
So solution
how do we correct them? Well, al solution bukun kida. If you are very close to me and you think fi haja alana gamul I'll need to be corrected, call me. Pues ولا كان في حاجة لقيتها إنه Mrs. X is doing وأنت ما very close to Mrs. X جربوا call زول close to Mrs. X قال اسمع أنا جي فكر قال يا أخي يعني Mrs. X كان ما قاموا A B C D instead Mrs. X قاموا E F G H will be better يلا بيجربوه لكن هل تغير بيجي I really doubt لكن أفتكر with respect to solution the only thing is to try to make an individual approach. Can ما شالوا advice ده كمان يقدر يعرف على أساس إنه days of our lives. And thank you.
Thank you so much.
Yes, sir. that is a great Sabata. Yeah.
Yes.
Dana Morris Mark Sabata. كيف أنت? Can you hear me Sabata?
أهلا وسهلا كيف يا أخوي يا أخي؟
أنا كويس والله.
Yes, I can hear you.
Yes. Yeah, فهو اساسا ده هو طبعا مشاكل ده سباتا وده طبعا بأثر مع اسره بتاعتنا كلنا يعني الليله كنت تشوف اختك بشتم في ميديا ولا تشوف اخوك بشتم في ميديا ده بيتاثر معنا شديد ليه because انه اساسا we are all Southern Sudanese citizens once because العالم زادوا بعين فينا انه اساسا we are wicked people فأنا for me أنه أساساً as a community representative or maybe a brother or maybe uncle or maybe cousin أنا كلنا واحد so إنسان الفي نسكم كان من قبيلة تاعي ولا من قبيلة تاعي كان بعمل حاجة بطال وأنا كل الناس أمشي أقول لهم تحت عشان ونسومهم making sometimes people الناس ما فاهم sometimes ما بندستان نفسهم برا هناك كلام المن بقول ده أنه بيكون زيل or something that is but الكلمة ناس أقعد تحت ونسو وهلا المشكلة will resolve the issue لكن حاجة اللي making us angry you know أنه إيال تنا قاعدين watch أنتي بتاعي قاعد يقول كده يوم كده بنية تاعي قال لي كلام ده قال لي أنتي ده مالو قاعد يشتم زي في شنو أنتو هو بقال into Southern Sudanese like that, there is born in the United States of America. He's asking that question. So what is, I say, mom, this, I say, my daughter, this is just somebody's angry with somebody and just now went up there, he doesn't realize himself, and know of Facebook. So he find that is the easy way to tackle the person, but she is wrong. And my daughter say, it is not good like that. It doesn't look good. So that is embarrassing for me as a father. Because we taught our children to behave themselves out there or to respect one another. But if we are the adult is the one coming and using those language, so what are we gonna tell our kids? What are we gonna teach them? It means we are teaching them the bad behavior. And you as a father, or you as a Jaran, you can go get out there and go encourage this woman or the man that from your tribe that is coming out and causing this problem, go encourage him. If you can call him in the phone, maybe he will disagree with you, but go to his house and tell him, look, kalam alta bamul de makwes. Because yalta now yalta kizad mo good fil bait. Manzar tomon beshuf inta manzar tomon shunu. So in there haja lanna bigul jana taki kantala bukra harami making barra or mas inade. Can you come and do or inta making bekun father ta alcohol inta bekun zolta merisa fil bait. Jana taki kan rata la sakran halta beshil sot inta baglar jaledu. وزول جانا بيشرب سيجاره في البيت انت قلت جانا ما تشرب سيجاره. Are you disciplining that child? You are not disciplining that child. Mana انت جزو do behavior count because you are the one showing him the drinks. You are the one showing him the cigarette because he's an innocent child. Kelly Jana grow, let him go find his own responsibility. Barao hinak. لكن انت الكبير ده ما تزرع له المشكله في راس بتاعه. لا because you don't go free.
Yeah, Usas, can I just interfere and,
Yes, go ahead.
forgive me?
Yes,
There
sir.
is Nyakong Luak, therefore, I don't know, Nyakong Luak, and you forgive me also because it's really morning, and therefore that's what I put in a chat video, because it's most important to view our face. But Nyakong Luak, could you view Usas Galam, the guys? And I don't know. It's called Nyakong Luak or Nyakong. Yeah, could you just because this is important that is in diversity where we share view and therefore we can find a solution when we are accommodating all the view. And I have something to say, but Nyakong Luak, can you give your attention to? Nyakong Luak, I thought is behind your platform there. I did Nyakong because it's very tiny. There's somebody there. Did Nyakong?
Did she come?
There is somebody below you there called Nyakong Lake or Nyakong Luak.
Nyakong Luak is in the audio. It's not in the perform.
Yeah, she just
is not
comments down below. She's not with us.
Okay.
Okay. Therefore, the last speaker, as mentioned, is about. Sometimes it would seem like I don't understand about the topic. Topic is about self-image, how the children can view, because it's about the character you have. You got influence behind your children, and I think you repeat, because my concern, I cut you, brother, is just the name Nyakong Luak, but I still waiting my chance. And if it's somebody, as you just said, but the boundaries is a matter, because the attitude we have, the children are blessing, and we, the people, as a parent, we are the people have to show them direction. For example, we come to social media. The habit that we show, you know what? They're copying what we show, but we are not aware of. Therefore, we have to put the boundaries. Myself, if I'm going to behave this way, how the community entirely, like now we are in the social media, they are viewing us, who say what, who do what. The same thing, our children are viewing us.
Yes.
Whatever attitude we are carrying, this is what they're going to behave. Because this is what my dad do. This is what my mom do.
Yeah.
I think this is a part of the topic, even though sometimes you may think I don't understand, but the boundaries.
Yes.
Boundaries is hudud. Even benek madamek. Mana madam mana de mana homiyal. Homiyal inda betaramu chan chulu katir. Ukamana homiyal betaramu abuyal chan chulu katir. Kuyal kaman betaramu chan aya betal bukro. Mana keda talim chigda.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah. Our attitude of the day, that's what you're talking. And you guys forgive me, but it doesn't mean I don't understand the topic. Our attitude that we represent, we are the leader. Who are we? Alabu, Uhum, يقول ناس الحكومة في بيت لما عندك ولد الولد معناه بيشيل الكاركتر بتاع ابوك وكمان البنية sometimes بيشيل الكاركتر بتاع الأم. It's easy to the girl to adopt the character of mom because that's what the division of God. Sometimes it can happen, the boy can do that, but the image would be a fear from both sides. You can see the image of the boy can look like mom, but because he's a boy, the boy will follow the audience of the dad, and the girl will follow the audience of mom. And therefore, our presentation, wherever we go, in audience, whether it's social media, is most important. It has got impact to our children. And that's what I think this topic is very crucial, but it seems, brother, you forgive me, and my brother. It will be great for me to correct me where I went and I miss. It will give me also next time I will improve myself. When I come to this family conference, I would do more contribute when you, Uncle Gigi, this way you do not understand. It will make me comfortable rather than to stand defensive. Do you get me, guys?
Mm-hmm.
The problem with us as human, whenever you trying to advise me or you correct me, I will feel more defensive. That is a disease that got no doctor. Forgive me if I say that, but that's the reality. When you become defensive, when somebody trying to give you a tip, because of it depends on their view of experience. Because you listen to me, then I listen to you, then I listen to you. Therefore, the topic is great, but anyone listening, forgive me because we are all here to educate from one another. And therefore, I grab your topic, brother, and I think the boundaries is most important. You say, I'm going to walk down, open the door. Your children will trust you. But we got third party who tell your dad is nothing. What do we do about it? This is what I'm trying to bring early on. It's not because I don't listen to the topic.
Okay, Uncle
right?
Gigi, the boundary, it's like setting up rules or regulation for your children to follow, right? But what we are talking about here is our behaviors as parents.
Yes.
Which means the kids are not involved there. They are there, they're just watching us, they're observing us, our attitude on social media. See? But how can we represent ourselves on social media with a good image that our children, so that tomorrow our children will be proud of us? You see what I'm saying? You see? The confusion here is let's take our children out of it. How can we fix our problem as parents, as adults? You know, this is the issue that we are trying to address and try to fix.
Yeah, brothers and let me just answer. How can we? It depends because this is a very huge question. But it depends what you really mean. Did we present ourselves walking on the road? Do you mean how we approach to others' journey? Do you mean what type of this is the difficult thing that we could not. But the matter of phone is you have to value yourself. you have to value yourself when you're carrying yourself as Gailam, as you create this platform. You care about others, you're caring about the society, right? Because you create this audience to govern things that are missing, how can we utilize them? And then we come to educate ourselves.
Right.
This is a part of your topic. And that is the part of the question.
Yes.
For example, I'm walking on the street, right? And then I walking on the street, I reflect on my self-image. When I'm doing that, there is people whom are Jirani, right? I met them. When I greet them, or how I interact with them, is it? And then that thing, the way, if that conversation where I met with somebody on the street is the same thing. Children at home there, they don't know. But from my walking there, if there's something wrong, it will come back home. Therefore, it's a great, and it's a very difficult, it look like easy guy, but I see it is a very difficult topic at the end of the day, how I see it. Therefore, just give a go to my brother there. He's waiting. I just grab.
But Sabata say that this is a problem that is it's hard to fix. And that's what he mentioned. Well,
you know, you are very psychologian guys to create such a topic, but somebody will look at it is a very easy topic. Anyway.
Yeah, we are here.
Let me just scenario this.
Yeah, we are here to
I'm a social science.
Find the solutions how we can stop that kind of things.
Yes.
Go on.
Yeah. So we are here. This forum is for family counseling. Family counseling. Yes. When you have counselings, some people out there, they never be counseling, or they never be guided by their parents, or they never be in the public services where is discussion of the parenting or individual making race without father or without parents. So this forum can tell different kind of things, because the people go to they go to the media, and maybe they don't realize that they have children around them. They don't realize that they have women, their wife is around. That is the language when you come from your lips. Can it a man or woman? Language al betala kwes, nas beteki kwes, jana take beteki kalam de kwes. If the words come bad word from your mouth, everybody will be scared. But this is the things now we are talking about here, because it's affecting all of us and our children. When we hear one of our fellow cussing somebody, call his names and creating more fire, all of us we felt, you know, we all worry why this is happening. In tradition, Pitanata African people can fi kalam zede nas get limufulata nas bogod fogo be solving. You don't come to the media santa be jazakir barra fi share anno kullu iyazol beji. Even Rabbana kata fi Bible anno asasan kan fi mushkila kibir fi beta ki kan map tak the hello. You need to go in order to knock the door ta jaran pita. Asan beje der hello kan jaran mark der hello that the Lim family together and be solve the problems. And that is what is here this forum about it. So to resolve the problems, because somebody else casting out there maybe o gubalkida ma derisu wala gubalkida zad ma fahimu whatever is The Sabata Kelim Anuzol can Kraba Kebir Kalas, Mamuku was Kande, who will grow up, Boko Zerela Kati Mutahayato. Like in there, people will come change to the moment. They give their life to the God and say the good words and apologize to the God that, you know, what he do is wrong. So let us move forward. That is even for his own children or for own wife, you have to apologize to them. Because I know what do you say out there, if you didn't apologize to anybody, it means you mean that things that serious. And that it bring the fitan and then enact the fitan among all the communities. So this is the problem that we are here to solve. There are solution pitao. Hal nasal bestum de keli community members go and talk to them. Or enta kana ko fi mo good wala cousin bitao fi kan enta duglo telephone gulo opti haja de makwes. Wala umma bitao inada akutaki dugula akutaki gulo asma brother de haja de makwes. Mata wonu so ajazere de be asr minna u be asr maya. De haja is normal is me. Kanu ma basma kalam de biga mushkila to rabbana ya huwa inada be ijaju. Lakin anu zamta yalta inna shunu. There are questions we asking here. As a role model, father as a role model, Umma is a role model. So if we are the one creating those problems, what do our children do?
Yeah, we have Mama Flora in the line, huh? Yes, Mama Flora.
Ayana Beskanazu, Wadira Tai. Area fear of children listening and seeing all these kind of things. Yes.
Sabata.
Yes.
Yes. See Mama Flora man the line and she wanna say something, huh? The other phone.
Yes.
Good evening and good morning and good afternoon, everybody. I'm sorry. I can't make it regarding my phone and this world with all of you in a long time. I just wanted to explain something here. Here's something to my nephew, JJ Lam. And could you all please pardon me and let me clear it in to JJ Lam in my way. Is that okay?
Yes. Go ahead, Mama Flora.
Yes.
Okay. Gariye de wall. Malak ni nay dila funa bitana ga duma. Ode ne jalat la siang. Kana chalo jan chelo. La boran ben social media bana bu. Men la de la ku she ramete wishara la ku she yo ko kwala ngaye ga ku ke ku mo ba ju ku lo wol bo la ga to go jin shiro du yor shiro du la kala me ja ju ngaye o ke lu de ga de no we te dur mi ja la ne je de bien ko la lu ko lu ajen malat ke yani che o ke ne ngaye malat ke ni je la ken men la kon je te the dwear con diet o chana dwear ko chana de wan chana kala kami chana ga garo la con amada no be kulo tuodi o bana ga con kulo lwe o de mi tu la recon kita regan social media ja pal kana ga ko nero di jam ko nero ko di ko grama jetin dia ko e jiran hi lo die cho di nya mar kala garma ma ja ga ji dundanan la de la tenyen ko ne dam doran kina mukula shi go yer wala kin wo yer ko ga ko man ko ala kamaje social media oro no ga du me she no we la be ko no wo ji o jin ci ken lot ko ja nga o ko ana baro je ka du baro je bar ga nyaadu o ja bala ke mo run ga guru la ko ga social media that's the reason the topic tonight. Again, go about Lord and therefore, so therefore, I took it in that way. So everybody, I'm sorry. I
can
explain something and so great, And I like all of you, the way you chip in and the way you explain it. It is a very important thing. You know, they say the apple cannot fall far from the tree. If your destruction parents, it's going to show in your children's life. If you are parents, it's going to show in your children's life. Though our children today, though the parents are good, some of them they become disobedient, but they can not be disobedient to the core because they always have that upbringing. Because the seed you plant, it must germinate, and the teenager will kick in the society, what is happening, and you can't raise up a South Sudanese blood in the Western world and it will be 100 South Sudanese blood because a school, they spend hours, 7 hours in the school is not a joke. And when they come back, maybe you and your wife or your partner and whatever you might call yourself at home, you're chasing money, you're chasing better life, or you're disagreeing with one another. And those children are watching carefully. And they're very smart. And you know their brain is clean as never before. Anything you do in that present, they'll absorb it and have it inside. And you'll find it hard to take it out. One day, 2 years ago, I was talking to my mom and we disagreed in a meeting. And then my elder daughter said, Mom, watch out because I'm watching you and my sibling are watching you and my child. The way you speak to your mom, it's not right. And exactly, I made a U-turn immediately because for the child to remind me in that polite way, I don't want to destroy what I have built. And if it was other child, will just keep quiet and use it as a weapon. One day, if I tell her don't do this, they say, "What? You did it as well." So, therefore, we have to be mindful how we speak to others in presence of our children. We shouldn't be the preacher, not the doer, because some of us, they like to go to church, they praise the Lord. When they come out, they curse one another, and they do everything. Our children are watching. What you produce, that's what you give to society. I think that's a topic for tonight, and it is a very powerful topic. And I thought about women to chip in because we are the victim today of this society with our children. Because our men and us, we came to the Western world and we disagree and we shout and insult one another in presence of our children. And that thing has brought a lot of broken heart in our children, and our children are suffering mentally and physically. And when you tell a South Sudanese, we have a problem with mental health, they think you're crazy. It's a majunun. But mental health is a lot of things can treat it. It can be emotional mental health. It can be spiritually. It can be anything. Name it. And it's not a taboo in the Western world. But unfortunately, in our life, in our society, you can be and it can be a stigma to your generation. And therefore, all these child have committed suicide, and this woman have committed suicide with her children, is because she's thinking about my family, my community. What are they going to think about? But they are not thinking what is benefit of my children. So all these things add up to this topic tonight. It is a very powerful topic. Gailam, I wish you can repeat it again because I want my sisters, my children, my girls to be a part of this because that's what is affecting us today. Brother Morris, excellent. The other brother who spoken earlier, excellent. JJ Lam, my nephew, you're doing very good. But we are just trying to amend and come to the middle of things tonight.
And I really so delighted. Don't run away. I just trying to learn from you.
It's an honor always to be in a family common sense show. I miss all of you, and it'd be good as well to let one another finish to explain themselves or himself before we cut them short. That's when we can get the peace because we have an audience who are watching there. When you start to speak, they'll always look forward for you to complete the sentence before the next speaker takes place. Thank you very much. Thank you for giving me that 9 minutes. It is well with all of you. I love you all.
And I would request Gailam. I would request Gailam to make Auntie to just trying to rectify something. Auntie is there?
Are you there, Mama Flora?
Yeah, I'm listening. Yeah.
Okay, she's listening. Yes.
I quite a wangan kiloja te the long nyabai shago. Lord jo jin nyabai ka jin nyabarom shago ka jin mankos. Auntie Flora. Lord jo family common she contribute. Ka more guy guy long to kotaram guatesina. Ko kon dial te kon kri kon tijago kon gwan te kon sen. Kaman demandan te kel ke nyur ntadi metaka podium tadi lore ibu ko da fozba lakin bil waje jin gai ko demandan te kon blok nyur ko kwan discuss ningin kon no lakin ngan charling topic lakin ko kon cha kon mo ga to goal ko cerka sale reflecting ko cere wo chido mit kajin bami wo arjin jindias gan ke dobnan bro present ke je ko gad ba gui ko angum benong jo ke chiang nan chuor present wini ke da ka sale bi mai cere me da na cha yo wo to jiran no chujang no mi kana was try no bi mi doromo shumis jen tang gwe ke to pikinan cha la de galam ni gai
mo che ko te kon ga nei te kon ga jale de ma wana roi bana jal kon bana ga palmu ke je gwa ko kero de bulut ajen siango family common sense show e dundan kon diala mala de je ko tukmara edwer ga ma ke jalo no bo jodu ba ling ba gai ba ling ba de bana loy ka jal kon o jal la pal kara
okay
bana jalala.
Lord jo atalai bokaji ka Lord jo go ba chaling ne kel ko kon dial kaneti link ko chad jalwi mon Lord jo bitoy chiniendu chiniendu
Thank you, Mama. All right, thank you, Mama Flora.
We went to Croatia so far. Yeah, if you get it right.
Yeah, before we go to Gigi, Sabata was saying something, and then we go back.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys. Mama Flora was trying to explain the topic to make it easy for us to understand, for other viewers to understand. That's what she was trying to explain in Nuer. So we apologize for that. Sabata.
That's okay. I'm good to know part of Croatia. Listen to it. So that's why.
I want to sell myself.
Come on. Mana. Gailam.
It is free for the first term.
Gailam give Sabata the explanatory.
Brother Sabata.
Sabata.
Yes. Brother.
Okay, thank you for having me.
Thank you, Mama Flora.
Bless you.
Thank you. Thank you. Stay blessed. Brother Sabata, are you there?
Sabat, just go ahead. Qual audio? I go away cha frozen.
Oh, it's a frozen.
Cha frozen. Lorjo Auntie Florent. Lorjo Jenna Lorjo Mandon. Lorjo White and Muga. Mitteler Wandilare.
Mala Mugo.
Mal Mishway.
Mala.
Mal Medit.
I think.
Lord, you're calling the Alcon. Manijin.
Tara good barbo. Lamzan barbo rotan.
Ma jen support.
Ada ma big rodol gol rotan.
Jin dol madi wala jin dol lotuka wala jin dol lokoya.
Ana zai ba ita mabdarbo anu atasu.
Eh chakolo joni ji jin dol lokoya wala jin dol lotuka.
Jur chol.
Oh jur chol wa. Kane ko to go.
Ure.
Kane ko tin non leke charga lias.
ايوه قال بنهبوكم شديده بنهبوا لتوكا شديده
Lor yo yen jur chol wara ya kon luoko. Yen to luo la luoko.
ايوه
Kela ko ni kanwari.
Ayo.
انتوا اخواننا
Ko to
والله
da wad la tar korme bum.
وانتوا ناس بتاع شكل يا انتوا ناس لما تشكلوا
Chilin.
ناس معلمين ها
La tar kori yere nuari kan ko no to.
والشكل بتاعكم
Ko
ما
ma
كان
dong la la dari ja mo ya
Equatorial.
tarjemu. Ko ko to kan di la ter ko kor walka. Ci sangen woga Kenya.
Okay, yeah, let's
Okay,
go to the topic now.
Okay, go on to the topic.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. So Sebastian is
Yes.
not there, and
Yeah,
we
we
need
lost about
to. Yes. So
Gailam,
mm.
chai ba mai pangaramo. I'm so delighted. Auntie Florent intervention is so delighted. I'm so pleased for her intervention.
Sabat, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay. Oh, okay, he's here then.
Okay.
Can you hear me?
Therefore,
yeah.
The intervention
Yeah, we hear you.
Intervention to anti-flaw is good, and that's where we always say the elder in the
speak. Yeah.
Okay, Gigi Lam, let Sabata finish and then we'll give you a chance.
Okay, thank you.
Because we remain with 18 minutes left.
Okay, thank you.
Sabata, go ahead.
Okay, thank you, Brother Gailam. I want to thank Mr. Rose. Is it Flora, not Rose, actually?
Flora.
Yes, for her input. I actually heard her all the way until she finished. And when you guys gave me the chance, I was speaking, but you guys were not able to hear me, and you guys thought I was frozen. But I wasn't. But it's
dear.
okay. I think it's
sorry.
A technical issue.
We really apologize.
No, it's okay. JJ Lam, it's a technical issue. Yes, what I just want to speak on is on that concern area of the fact that our children will be seeing what some uncles and aunties are doing on social media, and that destroys our image with the parents. I think you hinted to something like that earlier.
Yes.
What I want to say with regards to that is, Brother Gailam, you know, when you give what is called guiding principles to your children with respect to morals, it gives them a huge gray area that they will kind of basically be behaving within those guiding principles. But yes, it is true that once in a while, when they come to social media, they will come to realize that there are some people whom these children would refer to them to those people as aunties and uncles, and are sometimes doing things that oversteps the guiding principles that you are teaching them, right?
Right.
And it will be at that juncture that you will be honest with your children also. You will say, you know, my children, here in the United States of America, there is what is called diversity, and there is freedom, and that yes, and that actually basically does not confine people to specific guiding principles.
Right.
Unlike our situation, you can contrast this to your children. Unlike our situation back home, we are built in communal societies. where the guiding principles are clear, and if you overstep those guiding principles, you are out of norm. You see, but here in the United are not normal to be perceived as though they are normal. You see, but you will try to tell them that this is a challenge, indeed, that we are going through. But I just want you to stick with the guiding principles that I'm providing for you, because those are good guiding principles. Eventually, down the road, you will be finding friends, and the friends with whom you will be interacting should not necessarily only be people of South Sudan, simply because you guys are all from South Sudan. No, you align yourself with your friends based on the guiding principles that you guys interact around. You see, because if you happen to come across another child who is a South Sudanese, but the child is clearly off guiding principles that I've taught you, then it will be even very hard for you to hang around that child. Because if you Gailam, you have taught your children not to be using certain languages because those languages are not good. I don't think that child will be comfortable hanging around another friend who uses those kind of languages throughout.
Exactly.
Yeah, your child will even just pull himself or herself away. So these are some realities that we are going through, but it is a situation yani you will be very honest. Yes, it is true, Al Assassino. I'm trying my best to teach you the correct guiding principles, because you as a parent will give your child 25. Usually you will be giving your child 25%, but then the 75% is influenced in your child by the society outside.
Exactly.
You see, but you should remain strong in that 25% so that you will have effect in your children. Because if you fail even to contribute in that 25%, then Janade Bishulu pretty much 70, maybe 100% min barra. Wita bijeli gonefsak al assassinu, Surah Bitak is not reflected. Yani behaviors Bitak is not even reflected in the child. Your principles not reflected in your child at all.
Exactly.
Shufta? Exactly. You could be a very decent person and Jana Bitak Bitala Harami. You see? And these are some challenges, Alfi, anehna machine bow. It's okay to tell our children, Al Assassino, yeah, it is true, we are one community, but there are variations of behaviors. And I will do the best to tell you what is good and try to maintain it and avoid people who are clearly demonstrating behavioral traits that are outside or overstepping the guiding principles that are provided for you. I think this is the best we can give our children as parents, and our children themselves will even realize, yeah, to auntie, we are to uncle, yeah, bitahawa. We are to you seem to be decent. Yes.
That's true. Yes.
Yeah. Shukran.
Thank you so much. I'm going to start dropping. Thank you for coming, Brother Sabata, and thank you for your support.
All right. Thank you very much. I hope we'll meet again in another show.
Exactly. Thank you so much. God bless you.
God bless you too.
All right. Brother Gigi, you have 3 minutes because we almost finished. We have 10 minutes left. Are you there?
I'm there.
Yes.
Lord Jogo,
because we almost done, we have 10 minutes left.
I say thank to Auntie Fleur for our interventions. All these things about discipline.
Correct.
How you hold yourself, how your self-image could be looked like. Therefore, forgive me, all the audience, and if there's something that you do not understand the way you expect things as elder, could express a view that would encourage you, forgive me because there is a bad day and good day.
True.
And I would appeal to you guys. Here is a good platform. Family Common Sense is where we can encourage ourselves and strengths. How can we move forward in the society of guidings? As a parent, you need to just plant the seed of tomorrow. It's not just about you cement it or you say. We just leave the attention behind as a parent. And that is common, that the family commons and mean about. And I'm so delighted to my brother. This topic, as I say early on, because Guy is a technical person, that technique is just like a simple question, but it's very hard. But because we are brave people, we think everything, we take it easy and then we jump in. But it's a difficult question to imagine. We don't even reflect how our children view us for our action. That is, it could also reflect, it could play a part in this topic. Therefore, I just say, I really appreciate Gailam. There's something I really appreciate Gailam, even the brother Morris. Yeah, Morris, you contribute a lot. And you guys, you are the young, you are the leader of tomorrow. And this is your society. As you see me, I'm Gigi Lam, as Auntie Kam on. In terms of how we have a calendar in our society. Yes, she's big enough from me. I do respect her. And I can kneel down with my knee to her. This is the thing that the Korean, they're trying to take them out, because this is our tool. See, if you cannot respect your auntie and you cannot kneel down with your auntie, and that the Korean, they're train our children to do too. These are things that I'm trying to resist in the topic. And therefore, I really appreciate guys and trying Morris work with guys, because all part of our nation, we need to work together.
Exactly.
We have to create a space, contribute ideas. How can we manage in these strategies, in this
always
amazing
supporting,
let us support one another. Okay, well, let's not just looking for Morris all the time. Let us support Morris. This is what I just left to you guys. You are the young, you are leader of tomorrow. You make me wake up. I've been stay, follow you, because you have been doing a good thing. Some people have their own saying, but don't dwell in that. Because Korean said everyone have opinion, but at the end of the day, no one have opinion. What is working is the interest in this world.
Thank you so much, Uncle Gigi. I think
and therefore, I really appreciate for both of you and the horses, and God bless you.
Thank you so much.
Gailam, you're doing a great job, and Morris too, working with guys. Our community is so close.
Yes. Yeah. Morris,
thank you. If there is any advice,
Brother Gigi, Morris, we grew up together in Egypt, so it's always going to be there. Yes.
Yeah, Morris, if I'm wrong, is it from Maridi?
From Lolubo.
Lolobo, Lotuka?
Yes. Oh, 664 tribe of Southern Sudan. Anabera list because you can remember where
for Loluba.
Ita kan marfu 64 tribe de manatu itazol wodur kaman. عندنا هناك بيقول لي زول الودر بملور بنغالو في البلد كان ماشي.
You know, yeah, Latin, I will claim the Arabic because Arabic are Mulena Samar. But because, all these two tribes exist during the colonies. It's about Zandi and the Nuer. And also in Lorinya, and there is a Lotuka resistance.
Okay.
And there's some others, Boya and all the other ones. And all these things, because the Kawaje barricade has what he's doing at the moment. That is the obstacle of the Kawaja. And we don't want to discussing at the moment. But we can, because the Samar going on in Juba, what killing has the Kawaja is still colony. And that's why they need to finish Nuer. Let me tell you.
Thank you so much, Uncle Gigi.
Therefore, those barriers, you Junubin, you have to open your eye anyway. Thank you, Gailam. And thank you, young man from my lovely land.
Thank you.
Whether from Loloria or
God bless you, brother. God bless.
Go ahead, Brother Mori.
Shukran, ya Gigi. Yeah, shukran, brother Gigi, Sabata, or Mama Flora. He gives all the words that we need. Thank you so much. And your audience also, we thank them so much. So my last closing the discussion is, I plea to those people who come to the media. If you have a child next to you, or you have your wife next to you, or you have your brother next to you, please stop that kind of behavior. This is not the type of our behavior as a human being. We never be in this kind of way in the social media to embarrass ourselves, embarrass our children, embarrass our community, embarrass our country. We need you guys to pay attention. What we coming out here, we are not criticizing nobody, but we give the guideline to you as a brother or sister, as a mother or the father. All of us, we are challenged the pain and all this in our hearts. But God is said there's a forgiveness for everything. Sorry. God is saying when you are angry with somebody, pray before you go to sleep, so you can have peace to sleep. So don't go angry. When you're angry, don't go to the bed when you're angry. So when you guys really, this media is for discussion to encourage our youth, to encourage our daughter, to encourage our little ones. So please, those are smart lady girls. Their technology more than an asa and jamina rasta na mokulin. Fa umondel educate ajata electronic data shab iye jena for telephone. So please, I plead you guys, kanta mother, kanta awkward, stop that kind of behavior. Yes. Stop embarrassing our country, because this website, everybody can watch everywhere in the world, and it is only us Southern Sudanese people tear ourselves apart. كانت عندك مشكلة ده كده ربنا يبارك في قلبك. إنما هنا سنة خاص زو لام كتو ده أنا أساسا سنحل مشكلة family. أيوة. And family ده ياو نحن يا family. There's nobody. إنت وانا أنا يا family. إنت القاعد listen برا هنا ده ياو نحن family. So let us cry for Zola Almutu. Let us feel sad when somebody go to the hospital. Let us talk about those. Jana Saker their help. Let us encourage them. Fizol Taban, their musada, nihna kelina side. Let us not be mean to each other. Hold our hands and praise the Lord for blessing and for peace to come to your heart. Just for 1 second. Please stop cursing somebody.
Yes.
One of the killing the unnecessary Akoko Morris Ma or Brother Lam bring the good topic today. Nihna ma fi zol ke min each other. Lakin min ikram al-waladuna fogo kelli nihna na kutu ikram de fi media. Sa nas barfu nihna munu. Asa Rabbana bodina barak fi kulubna. Ma bar. Wana shukurkum shadid. God bless Brother Lam. Thank you so much. And God bless your family. And continue with the good work, brother. When God will maybe Tuesday, we can talk that. Thank you for your view. Thank you for this all contribution. God bless. Bless all of you. Thank you.
Thank you, brother. Thank you so much,
Thank
brother.
you.
I'll see you.
Thank you, brother.
Thank you. That was Brother Morris. You know, he's always there, Jama. We have some things going on. He's always there. I also thank Mama Flora for her contribution, even though she's not feeling well. But it was an honor seeing her after some time. She contributes, and this is what mothers do. When mother sees things that the children will learn, or when the children are discussing things that are really positive to the family or to the environment or to the community, they will always encourage you to do even better. We thank God for God to answers our prayer as we always pray for her, and thank God she's recovered. It's just because the grace of God, you know. Your prayer to all the family common sense, your prayer has been answered, and this is what we want. When we see one of us facing difficulties or going through difficulties, we all stand together as family and we encourage that person to even do better and better. This family common sense, that's where you drop your sense. We are for family. In everything concerned family, children, we are always there to bring topics that will help one another, to help you, to help me. Your ideas can help me. Your word of wisdom can encourage me. Your prayer can heal me. And this is what we need as Christians, as people of these great nations. Let's continue the good work by us coming together, by us encouraging one another. I'm so grateful to have mothers, aunties, uncles that are there to help and to support, like they mentioned. Even though it's early morning, 4 in the morning, 3 in the morning, 3 a.m., but they're still there to support us. What an honor to work with people that always have the visions, that always come with the idea, that always want our people to improve and to do better. Without them, we cannot do this. With their prayers, that's what keeps us strong. With the word of wisdom, word of encouragement that they always bring, it keeps us, it shows us that there's still hope. It shows us that, yes, moms are there, fathers are there, uncles are there, brothers are there, sisters are there. What a great contribution that I've seen from all of you guys, from Brother Sabata, Brother Gigi Lam, as well, Brother Morris Ladu, as well also Mom, our beloved Mom, Mama Flora. She tried to come in with the video, but maybe something wrong with the network or something. But even her voice, it means a lot. Her voice encouraged all of us. Her voice shows us that she's still there. She's still supporting us, you know. And we are so grateful to hear from her, from her again. Let's continue praying for even God to do even wonder, to do even more better for her and for her lovely children. We come to the end, and as Mama Flora mentioned that we need to repeat the same topic again, and I'll be more than happy to repeat it on Tuesday. Please, if you knew anyone, a mother, a father, an uncle, an elder person, this is a sensitive topic, wants all of us to engage and all of us to come together and contribute and let's all find together what can we do different in order for us to solve our differences. As we always mention, we're not expert, but we are here to make difference. We are here to come together and try to find solutions. And I'll be grateful to see you being part of Family Common Sense Show, where you drop your sense. Continue please sharing it and continue inviting people. And continue doing good things for your community. You are part of this community. You have a word to say. And your words of wisdom, word of encouragement can make a difference in our society. But the question is, who are you? Are you a leader or are you a follower? And if you're a leader, you're going to make difference because leaders always think differently. You know, and if you're a follower, you just follow what people are doing. It is on you to choose. It is on you to pick either you're a leader or you are a follower. We have a work to do, as we all know that this is a sensitive topic. And we want you to come and contribute and do something about it. Family Common Sense. This is where you drop your sense, not your nonsense. We don't talk politics here. We talk things that are affecting our children's, our family, our society, our community, and there's more things to do. I want us all to put our hands together so that we can make difference in our society. I want all of us to come together and think positively. How can we make difference? How can we change our community? How can we repair the things that are breaking? The wounds that are there, how can we make them heal again? If you want to be a part of reconciliations and part of healings and helping other people, then you are in the right track. If you want to make difference in our society, then you are in the right track. If you have a heart to do more in our society, then you are in the right track. Thank you all. Please share it with your friends and loved ones until we meet again on Tuesday by the grace of Almighty God. And as I mentioned before, I'm working to change the time again because people in South Sudan and Africa, they're complaining, they want to join, they're really desperate, they want to be part of Family Common Sense Show, but the time it's not good with them. But I will try to arrange, me and Mama Flora and Brother Morris, we will try to arrange and see if we can change the time or move it to a weekend or do something, because so many people out there want to be part of Family Common Sense Show. And so many people out there they want to help and they want their opinions to be heard too. Let's all work together. Let's all see if we can make difference. I thank you all. Please share it with friends and family until we meet again, inshallah, on Tuesday. And if there's any changes, I will update you after our Mom Flora rest. And when she heal and get better, definitely she will come back and help us as we all know, she's always there to support and to help us with the word of wisdom that she has. Thank you all. Shalom, shalom. And please share it with friends and family. Remember, God loves you. Good night, good morning to other day from the world. This is Family Common Sense Show, where you drop your sense. Thank you. Shalom, shalom. Until we meet again. God bless you all.